Oh, wow. Hey, how are you? You know, would you look at this world of mass communication we're in? Everything going on around us, and we're getting inundated with so much information overload every day. You hear about somebody's killed here in Gaza, this is going on in Israel, and this is happening here, and oh, so and so got married in Hollywood, and oh yeah, this is happening here and there, and oh, somebody in a royal family got married. Like, I really care, but the thing is the fact I was talking to somebody a little while back, and I said, but really I find irritating as hell is, all this stuff is going on. Yeah, okay, some of it may affect me in the future, maybe presently, like if somebody says, oh, Carl, we just heard that there's a giant meteor coming at the Earth it'll be here in so many days, and they can't get Bruce Willis together and all those guys, and even one of them died on the crew. Now, okay, that's life. The big tsunami hit, the end of the world. Things beyond my control. So, things like that, they don't really go high on my to-do list. And I would encourage people to think that whatever we're going to do, we need to, as I've said earlier, we need to microcosm our world more and make it more what is concerning within our own little universe. Call it a microverse is what I like to call it, my microverse. And then see what happens and what orbits around my little galaxy or my reality. Because that is how I'm going to go surviving day to day. Look, if the price of butter goes up, it goes up. If it really gets that bad, I go without. And when I run out of money, I go without anyway, we also forget that, and I keep trying to remind people because I've seen there and done that, is that there are people that are far worse off than I have been in my whole life. There are people that are living in so much abject poverty. They're living in a bad environment militarily. Let me ask you, how would you like to grow up living in North Korea? How would you like to be out there on the 39th parallel, guarding it from your side of Korea against those horrible South Koreans, which you really envy to hell because they have everything and you don't, and you know it. But if you leave, they're going to kill your whole family. And you know what? It's your government that's holding you hostage, right? And that thing they call a great leader is really one of the greatest mobsters in the world. And he's third generation, I believe. Okay. I grew up my whole life with Koreans hating me, and I didn't do anything to one North Korean in my whole life. But they hate me. They hate me so much, they've been vowing to kill me all my life. Now, that was another generation that did that. They started that war, and why is that shit still going on? Why? Because everybody's afraid to say, excuse me, can we kind of quit doing this? It's kind of stupid, can we kind of... No, somebody has it in their thick skull that they still want to win the crap game. And they're willing to hold out and hold the grudge because guess what? And whoever has that little power base of theirs wants to maintain it. It's like being in an office. There's always the office crowd, right? If you've worked in office or industry, in a factory or anything like that, any working environment, there's always somebody who's on the top that will do anything to stay there because it's their own little pond and they're the big fish. How simple can you make it? When our lives are living the way we are, when I grew up and you grew up, we all have bullies. Bullies in our classrooms at school, bullies on the street near our homes, bullies in the high school, bullies at work. And what do we do with them? We either avoid them because sometimes they can be very violent and we don't want any of that. Or we can move. Hey, a lot of people moved when Hitler took over. Anyway, I'm running out of time, but here's the deal. Think about it. How do you handle a situation in life that when you are like as my favorite character has always been George McFly's father in Back to the Future, where old Biff is beating on him, telling him to do all that work. And he says, but I can't do it, Biff. I'll get it to you. Do we want to live our lives being a McFly like that and have to put up with those Biffs every day of our life? Or do we have to stand up for ourselves every now and then and say, enough is enough. This is enough. Bye for now.